I'm doing good. So I'm calling in because I am from Palestine myself, and
Okay.
I have family there who have seen the damage of the Iranian missiles that have hit Israel. And I would like to say on camera, Israel deserves it. They have killed my people for 75 years. We have seen genocide on display, and the world has done nothing. Even the Muslim countries, I'm talking about Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, they are doing nothing. And in my opinion, the United States government should put pressure on Egypt because Egypt, they are our slaves. With all the respect, I'm talking about their government. Because why do we give them aid? For what? To do what we want. They are protecting Israel. And the Palestinians have to pay the price. Before this war, sir, before the war started, there was something called the Abraham Accords and all these so-called peace agreements. They tried to go around my people, so my people would disappear from history. And the reason why October 7th happened, again, I want to be very clear, because in the United States, it's illegal to support Hamas because it's considered a terrorist organization. But what I'm saying is October 7th didn't happen with a vacuum. Were there war crimes? Possibly. There should be an investigation on both sides to see who did what. But putting that aside, sir, the United States government, our government, instead of spending money to improve our lives, to increase minimum wage, to basically, improve our education, improve our infrastructure, better paying jobs, so on and so forth, we give money to genocide, to kill my people. Okay, sir, just yesterday, someone in my village got shot. And my father was hearing explosions. Settlers are attacking Palestinians. Keep in mind, there are Palestinians where I'm from with American citizenship, and they're getting shot at and killed. And the United States government is doing nothing about it. I don't know. Maybe they have to go to the White House and make it rain. I don't know. I think we should do legislation where we should install stripper poles in the Congress because we have to make it straightforward. Like I told your journalist friend, John Farah, on camera when he went to Queens College. We should go in there and make it rain on these politicians. Make it rain on Chuck Schumer. Make it rain on Mitch McConnell. Make it rain on all the politicians. Make it straightforward. You all know what goes on behind the scenes. At least make it public to respect the American people, please. And I'm doing this with all due respect. I'm against Saudi lobbying. I'm against Israeli lobbying. I'm against Egyptian lobbying. I'm against all lobbying and all aid. We should send the American people aid. We should not send Israel aid. America first, not Israel first, as I told Fox News one time. So let me be very
And
clear.
are you from Gaza?
I am from the West Bank, sir, and in the West Bank, we are dealing with massacres. So over 400 to 500 people died since October 7th, sir, in the West Bank. It's very bad. Now, my question to the Israelis, Hamas is not in the West Bank. Did Hamas teleport? Maybe they teleported. I don't know. They have teleporting powers, maybe. Why are people in the West Bank getting killed? Why is my family members getting killed? Why are my family members getting arrested? The solution is not just a ceasefire, sir. We need to lift the blockade off Gaza. All the borders have to be open. We need a two-state solution. Palestinians need to be given a chance to choose our leaders again, to have elections, something the United States and Israel does not want, our government does not want. And we need to basically just get the hell out of the Middle East. It's time to spend money back home in the United States. We are on the verge of World War III. We are literally playing chicken. If I was the president, sir, I would tell Netanyahu, with all due respect, you are my, I'm not going to say because I don't want your channel to go down. You are my freaking child. You are my son. I give you money. You're going to stop this. But unfortunately, Congress controls, sorry, not Congress, Israel, literally, not figuratively, literally, through money, because our Congress is for sale. The Congress is the biggest whore in the whole universe.
I agree.
Okay? No respect for themselves. Okay? They are the biggest sex workers in the world. No disrespect to sex workers, but I disrespect to them because they are merchants of war. They are merchants of death. Are they willing to send their sons and daughters? I want to ask the American people a question. If this goes real, because this is on the road of going bad. People used to say, oh, Iran is not going to respond. Iran is not going to, they responded. What's going to happen when a few months down the line, America's like, well, guys, Israel's under attack. We're going to draft y'all. What are you going to do? Why should we put our sons and daughters in danger for Israel? Israel has done nothing for this country, okay? And what I'm saying is we need to, in this election, right? I'm going to be honest with you, sir. And I'm a very mixed person. I'm not Democrat or Republican. But next election, as a Muslim, as a Palestinian, because I was disrespected by Joe Biden, otherwise known as Joe the Hole, who knows nothing from his head to his toe, not a word before, and dick so slow, and so ugly for my butthole. I'm going to vote for Trump, not because I love Trump. I want people to listen, please. I want the Democrats here to listen. It's not because I love Trump. It's because I am so angry about what the Democrats did. Under Joe Biden's presidency, this is fact. 40,000 Palestinians killed, decimated, whole families destroyed. Under Trump, he moved the embassy. You know what? At least Trump is straightforward. I told you, you're journalists. Trump will stab you from the front, not from the back. The Democrats have backstabbed Muslims, backstabbed every race, and they feel entitled to my vote. Hell no, I'm not giving them my vote this time. I want to teach them a lesson. All the Muslims in Michigan, and don't be surprised if Muslims vote for Trump, because we are angry, we are pissed. We do not care what happens after we vote for Trump. Biden has screwed up. And what I'm saying to the Democrats, choose someone else. Do not choose this war merchant, this terrorist. Yes, Joe Biden is a terrorist, okay? We need to choose someone who will put America first. America first isn't racist in my opinion. What do I mean by America first? I mean America first for everybody, for the Arab American, for the Black American, for the white American, for the poor American, the workers of America. I'm not talking about the elitists. Listen to me. American people first, not corporations. I want the American people first. As I'm saying this as an American citizen, because inflation is out of control, sir. Sir, do you know if you go to Israel, how do you think they have free healthcare? How do you think they're living life? And if you go to other countries, they're living life because we give them the money. Our tax dollars goes there. Did anyone ask me or ask any American where they want the money to go? No. But here's the issue. We have to wake up. We have to put Israel in its place. Because guess what? If we let Israel do what it wants, it will drag us into World War III. Because let me tell you something, sir. Israel is not ready for a three-front war. Okay? It's enough we're dealing with Russia and Ukraine. Okay? And as a Palestinian, I lost a lot of family members, sir. I lived during the second Intifada. My family brought me here, but I was born in the U.S., but I lived in Palestine for a year or 2 years, and I saw Israelis killing my people. There was tanks in front of my uncle's house. Okay, sir? So this didn't start with Hamas, nor will it end with Hamas. This started with occupation. If you want to end Hamas, it's very simple. Treat the Palestinians like human beings. Lift the blockade off Gaza. Let us have a two-state solution. We're not asking for the destruction of Israel. But Israel, what they have done, sir, and I'm saying this with all due respect, they have made and pushed the Palestinians to love Hamas even more and to be even part of Hamas. Hamas doesn't have to run any recruitment, propaganda, or any advertisements for the next decade. The only thing they have to do is show the people videos. Look at what happened to your father. Look what happened to your mother. Look what happened to your brother. Look what happened to your sister. Look what happened. Look what the Israelis did to your family. I'm gonna guarantee you something, sir, right now. Hamas right now is 50,000 troops, 40,000. It's gonna skyrocket. And Israel is in danger because of Netanyahu. Netanyahu, just so you know, who's killing the hostages? It's not Hamas, sir. Hamas needs them alive to do a prisoner exchange. And Israel does not want that. They're using something called the Hannibal Directive. Why? Because if they do a prisoner exchange, it's going to hurt Netanyahu's ego. So a lot of hostages are being killed. I'm not here to defend Hamas. What I'm saying is very simple. The United States has to pressure Israel into a ceasefire that's permanent, that will treat the Palestinians like human beings. Because this happened. Why did October 7th happen, sir? Because the Palestinians refused to be in a cage. We refuse to be in an open air prison. They count the calories that comes in the Gaza Strip. The Gaza Strip is literally a ghetto. And I have a question for all the people here, the racists. In general, I'm speaking. I'm not saying you, sir, but in general, I'm speaking in general because I know I'm talking for a long time, but I have to let this out. I have to let this out, sir, because what I saw, sir, okay, what I saw is I feel like I'm seeing. I used to ask myself, how did the Holocaust happen, sir? I used to ask myself. Now I know. Now I know why the Holocaust happened. Because people don't have the balls. People don't have the balls to condemn genocide, sir. Sir, do you know my great aunt was shot? Do you know I have family members who were attacked? I know people who were sexually harassed. My grandmother, when she goes through a checkpoint, 80 years old. And I remember this, like what happened yesterday. 80 years old. They said, ma'am, we suspect. Imagine an 80-year-old grandmother, older than Israel. They said, ma'am, we suspect that you are a suicide bomber. We have to take you to a room and strip you naked. Imagine an 80-year-old grandmother. And then they say Israel is the most moral army in the world. They are the most terroristic, the most animalistic army I've seen in my life, sir. Okay, sir? And I'm saying this with all due respect. The only way to solve this issue is the two-state solution. This started with the Nakba. This started with occupation. This started with destruction. Okay? I want people to understand this. If you call the Palestinians terrorists for resisting, I have counter to that. Are our founding fathers terrorists for resisting British occupation and tyranny? Are the Algerians terrorists for fighting the French? Are the Libyans terrorists for fighting the Italians? Are the Jews who rose up against the Nazis in the Warsaw Ghetto, are they terrorists? Or the French who fought against the Nazis? So what I'm saying, sir, is very simple. It's not enough just to stand up. We have to put pressure. This election is about breaking. It's either putting America first and putting morality first, or business as usual. So I cannot do it as a Palestinian. I've been living in this country, sir, for 25 years, sir. I was born in this country. I'm as American as it gets. But the Democrat Party only see us that they are entitled to our vote. Republicans, I know how they are. We know how they are. Republicans, they're straightforward. We know how Trump is, all that stuff. I'm not 100% for Trump. But what pisses me off more than a open racist is a closet racist. And Joe Biden, I don't care what anyone says, he's a closet racist. He backstabbed every community I could think of, the African American community, the Hispanic community, and now the Muslim community, sir. And let me tell you something, and I want people to forgive me. If Trump wins the next election because of us, I'm talking about the politicians, not the people. The politicians need to shut the fuck up. They need to shut the fuck up because they could have stopped this genocide. We're telling them, we're begging them to stop the genocide. They're not listening. They're not listening. They think that when November comes, we're going to forget. We Palestinians and Muslims and Arabs don't forget. So I want the people to know right now, if Trump wins the next election, don't come crying to us. Don't come crying to the Muslim community because we are screaming right now. We are yelling. And with all due respect, stop the genocide. And we don't want to vote for somebody who doesn't see my people, who doesn't see my cousins, who doesn't see my family members, my uncles, my aunts as human beings because they don't have an American passport. Hell, you know how many Palestinians with American passports got killed, sir? Where are we on Shireen Abu Akleh, on her killer? Right. Did the American government do anything? Did they arrest the killers? No. I have a question. If this happened in a Muslim country, if a white American or a Jewish American was killed in Syria or in Jordan or in Iraq or in Iran or in Pakistan or in Afghanistan or in Turkey, we would act different. We would go and destroy these nations. Hell, when 9/11 happened, we went into Afghanistan and Iraq and killed many Muslims. But because Israel did it, it's okay, sir. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, sir. I respect your show. I respect everybody. But I want the people to understand right now. If you want the Democrats to win the next election, you have to corner your politicians to stop this genocide. You still have time until November. And I'm telling you guys right now, if this genocide does not stop, if the killing does not stop, if we don't get a two-state solution, I shamelessly will vote for Trump. Shamelessly, I don't care. I don't care because Trump, I know who he is. The Democrats have offered us nothing, sir. Sir, inflation is out of control. I know a lot of people got evicted from their houses. And meanwhile, we have money to kill innocent people. Shame on us as the American people that we allow this man to stay in power. We're not doing enough. They're not taking us seriously, sir. And the Congress, we have Congress people who say we have to turn Gaza into a parking lot and evict all the Palestinians from the West Bank, and they're using religion as a weapon, sir. We have religious terrorists in Congress. Just like ISIS is a terrorist, we have there are some people in the Republican Party who are terrorists, who are bloodthirsty, who want to take us to World War III. And I have one last thing to say before I let you go, sir. And if you guys are quiet about the Palestinian genocide, okay, and about what's going on in the Middle East, and then the situation gets out of control, and then over a sudden we're going to be drafted, don't be complaining because you could have stopped this. We need to stop it right now, okay? There's reasons why World War I and World War II happened because people didn't do anything. No one held the politicians accountable to stop it from happening. We can do it. We have the internet. We have all these things that we could do. We could pressure our politicians and run against them, okay? And I have, in conclusion, I have a podcast called Clash and Mash podcast on YouTube. I talk about what's going on in Palestine all the time. And I'm a peaceful, loving American. I have no problem with the Jewish people or Jews in general. I have a problem with the Zionist Nazis who came to my country and stole our land and evicted us from our land and took away our country and are building settlements. Sir, did you know, sir, my great-grandfather, he died out of anger because the Israelis stole our land and they built settlements on top of it. And to this day that we did not get our land back since 1967. So the solution is very clear, but it takes will, it takes power, it takes guts to put Israel in their place. And let me tell you something, sir. I'm not going to stop fighting for my people, even if it means voting for Donald Trump. I can't believe we're at this point. We're at a point where the Democrats, who claim that they're the party of the people, the party of the working class, the party of human rights. Look what happened. Israel has made the West look like a joke. The Geneva Convention is a joke. When it comes to Russia bombing Ukraine and doing crimes in Ukraine, because it's white people dying, no problem. We hold Russia accountable. But when it comes to Israel, no problem, because Israel, they have our Congress by the balls. They have our media by the balls. They have Joe Biden by the balls. And I am warning all Democrats, talking about the politicians specifically, if you do not change, I will not stop. I will not change my mind. I'm going to vote for Donald Trump just to piss off Joe Biden, just to send a message. And all Muslims feel like this. We will vote for Trump just to piss off Joe Biden, to send a message that you think our lives is cheap. Well, we're going to destroy your career, because that's what matters to these politicians. Their career, their so-called legacy, their bank accounts. The American people need to start standing up. We need to go back to protesting in the streets. We need to start going on strikes again. The people of this country are living like it's a third world country. I'm ashamed, sir. I'm ashamed that we have homeless people, that they can't eat, sir. We're in America, the richest country in the world. And I work, sir. Currently, I'm working 2 jobs. In my dad and my uncle's generation, when they came in the 90s, 1 job was enough. Now we're working 2 jobs. Why? Because we're sending our money to Israel, because of inflation, because of greed, and because of selfishness. And I want this to end. I want everyone to live in peace. I want there to be peace in the Middle East. But we have an Arabic saying, sir, Islam, peace, not surrender. I want a just peace. And that's what we need, sir. That's what we need. Okay? And in order to get that, sir, we have to hold Israel accountable. If America does not hold Israel accountable, the Muslim world and BRICS will hold Israel accountable. And it's going to get ugly, sir. Trust me. I've been in the Middle East, sir, and the people in the Middle East are angry, sir. We're talking about Arab Spring angry, like they're ready to overthrow their government, like in Jordan, for example. Look what's going on in Jordan. Jordan is protecting Israel, and the people are already pissed. They're in the streets. Yep. So what I'm asking for you guys is the following. What I'm asking from the American people in general is the following. Stop Israel before it's too late. Just like we could have stopped Nazi Germany before it was too late, but no one gave a damn. And let me put history in perspective. We took in the Jews. It was the Muslim countries like Morocco, Albania, and Palestine that took in the Jews during the Holocaust. So before people start calling me anti-Semitic, read the history book. Who took in the Jews during the Holocaust? And my ancestors were Semitic, okay? So I am not against the Jewish people. I am against the Israeli government, okay? And I'm letting the Democrats know, and I'm putting Kamala Harris on notice and Joe DeHo on notice. Now, guess what? And all the Democrat politicians, if you do not stop the genocide, my ballot will go to Trump, and we will destroy your career. And I want the Democrats to know this. And we will not care if you call us racist, you call us xenophobic, because we know what we are. We are the Muslim community. We know what we are. It is Joe Biden who's racist. You are not entitled to my vote. You must earn my vote. This goes for all issues. In conclusion, I'm sorry it took a long time, sir. I've been going out.
Can I ask you real quick? Because obviously this is affecting you. Have you lost family members since October the 7th?
Since October 7th, sir. I had family members who went to prison. I have family members who were harassed. I know people who lost their jobs in the U.S., sir. Okay. I have a family member whose hijab was torn by an NYPD police officer, and she sued them, and they won $17 million, saying, God, there's still justice in this country. Wow. But in the United States and in Palestine, we've been affected hard, sir. Sir, I've been banned from my college campus just because I confronted an Israeli war criminal, okay? In America, freedom of speech is being challenged. I was doxxed, sir. People knew where I live, and they threatened to come to the house, okay, sir? And I have a message to these Israelis who threaten me. Come to my house, I will teabag you and fuck you up, according to the law, wherever is legal. So, sir, these people have to be held accountable, sir. This is affecting our country. What kind of country do we want to live in? Do we want to live in a country where we shut up about war crimes? Where we shut up? Where freedom of speech is not valued? Because let me tell you something, sir. It's ironic. We say that we are for freedom, But when Muslims go protest in the streets of New York or in the streets of California or in the streets of Florida or Michigan or any state, we are put under different standards. People are getting arrested. People are getting spied on. The FBI, I don't know if you know, there was a video in Oklahoma. The FBI showed up to someone's house, a Muslim woman's house, because she posted about Palestine. I mean, are we in a South Park episode, sir? Please wake me up. If I'm in a South Park episode, please wake me up. Are we in South Park? This is ridiculous. And I'm angry, sir. I'm angry. We Muslims have been in this country for decades. We respect. We are law-abiding citizens. We are law-abiding citizens. We do not abuse anyone in this country. We follow the law. Why are we being targeted? Why is our freedom cheaper than the freedom of the white American or the Jewish American? We are equal.